Okay, so the last video called Elder Millennials Had It Best sort of blew up, at least by my standards, and thanks everybody for watching. Out of all the comments, it's probably not the one people expect me to comment on, but I did want to comment on this from the Elder Millennial perspective. So the comment is, I miss arcades, though. It's very true. I think some Gen Z and Gen Alpha are probably thinking, oh, we have arcades. No, we don't. We don't have arcades. Dave and Buster's isn't really an arcade. Not how we knew it. Arcades used to be full of actual games, not mobile games writ large. It used to be Mortal Kombat and Daytona USA and Prop Cycle and T-Mech and really, Virtua Fighter, Tekken. The 90s especially were full of fighting games. And one aspect, I think, okay, so there's two things. One, when I say there used to be actual games, there used to be an actual strategy to them. Some of them were kind of bullshit, but, fighting games, there's actual strategy, or a racing game strategy or whatever. Now with some of these mobile games, it feels like there's nothing there. I went to an arcade 2 weeks ago, or something similar to an arcade, a place with games in it, and it was terrible. The other thing is, the main point I want to make here is for younger people on here, the arcade used to sort of function like a movie theater for video games. Not for every video game, but for some, like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, especially fighting games, and probably some racing games and other games too. But fighting games were the thing before first-person shooters came out. And when I say they used to function like a theater, it was like Mortal Kombat 2 or 3 or whatever will come out in the arcade first, and then it would have a few months there, and then come to home consoles. Okay? And generally speaking, because the arcade cabinet functions just for one game, generally speaking, the graphics were better than at home a lot of the time. By the mid to late 90s, probably more in the later 90s, there was this term called arcade perfect. And that meant that the game was exactly like the arcade. Tekken 3 was pretty much like this on PS1. Tekken 3 was arcade perfect. But that shows you that it had this dynamic. There was this thing going on in arcades back in the day. But yeah, just like movies are in the theater for a few months and then they come home, streaming or whatever, now, games came out in the arcade for a bit. They're like, oh, it's awesome. You got to go to the arcade. You got to go there. You can't play it at home. And then, it was several months to a year probably, and people just had to go to the arcade, and that's how it worked. And then it would come home, and then it would be a big release for home consoles. And I feel like this knowledge has been lost. No one talks about this anymore I follow a lot of retro gaming stuff. Actually, quick shout out, but I do a retro gaming podcast called Gaming Gaiden, Gaiden, Gaming Gaiden. I probably should have posted there, but this was too good of an opportunity. Anyway, yeah, that's it. I miss arcades as well.